Well, New Zealand's Prime Minister has hit back at suggestions a visit from her Finnish counterpart was solely based on age and gender. Jacinda Ardern condemned stereotypes, saying both leaders align on a variety of diplomatic issues, from women's rights in Iran to the war in Ukraine.
Pomp and ceremony for the first visit of a Finnish Prime Minister to New Zealand. Led by a traditional Māori welcome before a European embrace.
It has been my pleasure to host Prime Minister Marin of Finland.
Both Prime Ministers spoke about their warm relationship and shared values as women in power, echoing concern for women's freedom around the world as protests rage on in Iran.
I think that shows a sense of responsibility that we feel, given there are so few female leaders, to make sure that we use our voice on behalf of those that are experiencing such dire circumstances in Iran.
Jacinda Ardern and Sanna Marin are two of the youngest leaders in the world, but a question on whether that was behind bilateral meetings prompted this response from the New Zealand PM.
My first question is, I wonder whether or not anyone ever asked Barack Obama and John Key if they met because they were of similar age. Because two women meet, it's not simply because of their gender.
Both leaders choosing to redirect attention.
There's war now in Europe, there's energy crisis, perhaps economic crisis in front of us. So there are many things on my plate that are concerning many different issues than my free time.
The Finnish Prime Minister spoke about democratic similarities between Finland, New Zealand and Australia. She addressed shared values, calling for a hard-powered front against Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine.
We need to continue our efforts in support of Ukraine. Russia's illegal and brutal war against Ukraine has to end on terms set by Ukraine.
For Finland, the war in Ukraine is close to home, the country sharing a 1,300-kilometre border with Russia.
Both of our countries have been unequivocal in condemning Putin's illegal war on Ukraine.
The Finnish Prime Minister is joined by a business delegation to further strengthen open trade between New Zealand, Finland and Europe.
We share a strong commitment to democratic values as the basis for open, tolerant, resilient, equal societies and to multilateralism and a rules-based international order.
Sanna Marin will depart Auckland for Australia on Thursday. In Auckland, Jessica Maggio, Sky News.